All right, hello, my big fifth grade Washington Eagles. It is spelling time. It is Wednesday, April 15th, and we're still working with that soft G and soft S sound. So the G sounds like a J, and the S sounds like, or the C sounds like an S. And sometimes it's kind of hard not saying, like if I'm spelling out germ, not to say J, just because you just hear that sound and you automatically think J. Okay, so. All right, well, let's get to it. All right, so we have acid. The alien has acid for blood. Center. The center of the cookie was soft. Courage. Oh, that's one of our. I'm going to wait and say that because those are our words that I want us to think about, and I want them at the end. So, sorry about that, my bad. Germ. A single germ can make you sick. Pencil. I need to sharpen my pencil. City. We built this city on rock and roll. Gentle. The big dog is a gentle giant. Region. The bird returns to this region every year, such as hummingbirds. So pretty soon I'll set out our hummingbird feeder because hummingbirds travel to Mexico over the winter time and they come back to this region, such as Oklahoma and Texas, wherever it's nice and warm. So, just a little fun fact. So, maybe the hummingbird returns to this region every year. Orange. I love a sweet orange. Cellar. The servants let us down in the cellar. Gym. I went to play basketball in the gym. Distance. I bicycled the short distance home. Danger. His life was in danger. Okay, here are words I want to think about. Sometimes I break these up because my brain just goes to different places every once in a while. So, because sometimes these long words, you may want to just kind of break them up. Advanced. And so sometimes it's just easier to just kind of block those off and read those parts of the word instead of just trying to figure out and think, oh my gosh, that's a long word. So break it up. Advanced. So, advanced. She took an advanced math class. Estimated. The estimated cost of the car was over budget. Taming. He had a hard time taming the tiger, although I don't agree with taming tigers. Achievement. He did great on his achievement test. And courage. It takes courage to try something new. So, all right, so there are words. We're still going to be working with cage, giant, acid, and pencil, but we're going to be looking at these words for that soft G and soft C sound. So remember that it is the I, the E, and the Y that changes the sound of the G or C. And remember, those vowels come after the G or C, okay? So, our first clue is just obviously looking for a G or C in our word and what comes after it. So, we have gentle. So, here's our G and here's our E, and it's changing that sound to J, gentle. City. There's our C, there's our I. To change that C to a S sound, that soft C. Otherwise, it may sound like kitty, right? If that C sounds, if it's a hard C, a K, kitty. So, but it's not because of the I. So, city. And then we have pencil. There's that I that changes that C to a soft C sound, pencil. Germ. So there's our G. There's our E that changes that sound, germ. So we have gentle, city, pencil. germ, germ. So all those vowels changed the sound of the C and the G, and so I want you to practice those. Gentle, city, pencil, and germ. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to be filling in the blanks with our words that we're really focusing on, which is cage, giant, acid, and pencil. Okay, so I always think I have this set up just the way that I want it, and then, and then I move things and it doesn't work out as well as I thought it was going to. Okay, so we have cage, giant, acid, and pencil. So here's our sentence. Oranges have a lot of what? What are in oranges? Cage, giant, acid, pencil? Well, none of those make sense except for acid. So oranges have a lot of acid. Okay, let's mark out acid. We don't need it anymore. How about please put Cora back in her cage, giant, pencil? Well, let's put Cora back in her cage. How's that? Cage. All right, now we have giant and pencil. My blank just broke. My giant just broke. My pencil just broke. All right, let's use pencil. That makes sense. Pencil. And then finally, see, I just move things. Now you can't even see me. Good Lord. Okay. So, our last word is giant. Well, let's make sure this makes sense, okay? There is a giant in Jack and the Beanstalk. All right, that makes perfect sense. Giant, giant. All right. That's about all that I have for today. So we've done fancy writing, and we've written our words a couple of times. Let's think. What shall we do? Let's do. Oh, okay. So this, I really like this. I'm going to give you an example. Okay. So this is my new favorite. Okay. So we have the word cage, giant, acid, and pencil. Okay. So I'm going to quickly give you an example. So what I want you to do is I want you to draw me a picture of a cage. It can be one great big picture if you want to. Go for it. So, so what I want you to do is kind of like find the hidden letters. And so if you draw a cage, so let's draw a cage. And I'm kind of thinking of a bird, even though, we've got a pet hamster. But here's our cage. Okay. There's our little cage. And so what I want you to do is I want you to hide the words cage in here. Okay, so maybe we can make this little handle in here a C. And then you can draw a little bird. Tweet, 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 tweet. I like to do sound effects as I'm drawing. Okay, so here's a little bird. And maybe you can make an A out of its tail. So we have, I can't even see that. See? All right, so we have our C and we have our A. Okay? So our next letter is G. Well, how can we hide? Oh, maybe we could put a G up here as part of like holding on to something. So there's our G. And then our E can be maybe where its food is. So kind of make it, I don't know. I don't know if that's a very good example of an E. But, so maybe the E can be part of the cage or something. And so, so you're putting in your spelling letters in your drawing. So I love that. I think that's super fun. And so, or you can do one great big drawing, like, I don't know, a giant, I'm not sure I can draw a giant, but, and the giant is next to his cage, and he's holding a pencil in his little hand, or his great big hand. And then, I don't know. He can be by an orange tree. So, and write O-R-A-N-G-E. I mean, you can just do whatever you want. So there's your hidden orange, and then like hide your giant somewhere. G-I. Here's his A. See, we can have an A, and then an N. We can have like an N. It's part of his little sign, and then a T can be like maybe right there. I don't know. And then like, so we have orange and giant, and then just hide acid somewhere in there, and then pencil, or whatever words you have left. So have fun with it, because I think I love that. So anyhow, email me a picture or something, because I'd love to see that, okay? All right, then until next time. Bye.